Now, I want us to talk about politics, and we'll be joining Alan Ochanda, who will be joining us from the field. Alan, good morning. A lot is happening in the political front, of course, about 139 days to the general election. The party registration deadline is fast approaching. Now the headache is the party primaries. Talk to us about this.
Well, it is the political season, and remember that all political parties, as according to the ORPP, that's actually the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, is that they must have their primaries in the next 1 month. Of course, that the exercise, even for Umoja, was supposed to start today, but remember, it was called off because of what the term as maybe no genuine register of their vote of their supporters. And so remember that during such times is when political parties really experience turmoil. Remember that this is the time when the quote-unquote political spirits are actually aroused, and so political parties really experience turmoil, bickering, and of course, which even almost just turn into fist fights, because remember that we've experienced in the past political cycles where political aspirants were actually seeking the certificates and of the various political parties really getting even physical. Remember that in 2017 we experienced that, especially in the ODM party, when an incident, especially in Migori County, where we saw leaders who were actually allied, who are members of the ODM party, really going physical for that particular certificate, that particular paper, which of course, if a party is actually strong in a region like here in Meru, where maybe Mombasa or the UDA is actually touted to be one of the strongest party here, maybe when a candidate or an aspirant gets such a particular certificate, then he or she is actually deemed as good as elected. And so today we shall be really focusing on the Mombasa party, of course, the Devolution Empowerment Party, which is led by the governor of Meru, Kiraitu Murungi. And of course, at 10, we shall be speaking to the Secretary General here, Alhaji Mwenda, to just tell us how their preparations are, because this is the season where political madness is actually experienced. And so, as you actually yesterday, you saw the Minister of Education even giving the green light for the political parties who had actually requested that they use the public primary schools for the nomination exercise. Because remember that political parties, almost all of them, do not have the capacity to carry out such an exercise. So in the past, we've really seen political parties even requesting the IEBC, of course the body in charge of the electoral process, to even just come in and ensure they carry out the process so that it could be seen as fair and transparent. But remember that yes, the political aspirants could be garnering for that particular certificate in their various political parties, but this is when loyalty test is actually put on test. Also, we remember that there are actually backdoor machinations where some people actually sacred cows in those various political parties. But remember that even the UDA, we've seen Deputy President William Ruto really reiterating not once, not twice, that the party primaries, the nomination exercise will be free and fair, and thus just quelling any fears from the members and aspirants of the various political seats in that particular party, that they should not worry. But every person will be subjected to a free and fair nomination exercise. And so from here at 10, we shall be speaking to the Secretary General of the Mombasa Party, DPP, because this party, its roots is here in Meru, Tharaka Nithi, and Embu County. It was the defunct APK, the Alliance Party of Kenya, that was initially headed by Kiraitu Murungi, the governor of Meru, and it was dissolved. It was among the 14 parties that were actually dissolved, thus forming the behemoth Jubilee Party that has since been disintegrating. And so various political leaders will dissolve their parties, really going back to what they had initially.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan Ochanda, for that. Of course, we will be getting back to you at 10 a.m. so that when you speak to the Secretary General, we'll get to hear what exactly he